Ah, yes. What do we have here? I'm over at my auntie's house again, and I've got to do some stuff. Remember, I re-supported this little grab bar here. I'm in a little bathroom here, and I had installed this grab bar here. Here's another grab bar I installed, and now it's time, voila, to take this grab bar and install it right below these towel bars. The idea initially was to take this grab bar and put it right where the towel bars were, and I said, you know, I could do that, and then I could take this one down. You can cut these rods however long you want. I could have moved this over and have enough room for the bar, take this one off. But the only problem with that, hey there, the only problem with that is I would leave the holes in the wallpaper right here and here. I didn't really want to have to patch the wallpaper or whatever, so I could put this right here. So the idea is I can put this down just a hair below that so that my uncle can still hang on to that as he steadies himself to get onto the toilet. Okay, so I'm going to have to end up going to the store because, of course, it only gave me some screws and no brackets or no anchors or anything to go into the wall. So I'm going to have to go back to the store and find something for that. And I'm gonna have to take these screws with me because I want to make sure I get the right anchors. So off I go to the hardware store, and I'll be back and show you how it's done. Yeah, something like that. Well, I'm back from the store, and now it's time to do my work. And see this here? You don't see there's any screws on here. Sometimes they're face screwed, okay, but this has a little trim on it. There's an escutcheon on here. You see that? And so I've got to snap that off, and there it is. That's my mounting screws. And so see, on this you just line these little nibs up, and then you can push it off. Hold your mouth just right. Come on. Well, I'll try swiveling it around on a different notch. Look at that. That's the first trick, is to get this off. What's the deal here? Here it comes. Good grief. Okay. I have a feeling this one might be kind of hard to snap back on, but I think I'll be able to get it. Okay. See, now I can hold it up. And what I did was, this one matches everything else. See how this is a non-slip surface from here over, and you have to look at those at the grab bar, on the grab bars, because lots of them are just smooth like this. You can get them in white too. These cost just a little bit more because they're non-slip. Okay, I put a pencil mark right in the center of this entire area, and now I can hold that up there. And where was my pencil mark? I guess I flipped, okay, it's right there. I can erase that later. Okay, because I'm going to center it in this area just so it looks nice, and I'm not really going to worry myself at this point about finding the studs, because I'm going to show you what I've got here. I want to mark this first, and see, I've got all kinds of marking holes there, and if you want, you can take a level and you can hold it up there and level it. I tried that earlier, and it's actually, see, if I hold that there, I'm trying to center this up here, and level is actually way down here. And see, if I do that, it looks like the towel bars are off. They're not level. The mirror's not level. They also have another bar, you know, down here that he hangs on to. That's not level. That's going down at an angle. And sometimes it's a matter of, what does it look like to the eye? Because if I put that perfectly level, maybe it's like, well, okay, I did my job right, but everything else is crooked. So I'm gonna kind of cheat it up a little bit. Okay, it's just so it looks a little bit better. Okay, now I can take my scratch awl and then I can mark this. And I can just decide where to do it and put some holes here where I think the mounting bracket should be. I think I'm going to do that one there. That way I get two holding ones up high, one down low. And now I've got to hold this here. Ooh, I'm not as good with my left hand. I think I'm just going to hang on to that right there. And get some more marks here. Boy. And I'm taking my punch and putting it right in the middle. And see, if you can't hold it perfect, you just put this on the side and then raise it up until you hit the center. Now you can lift that up and push it in. Okay, there's a trick for you. Just hold it there and get to the center. Now lift it up. Oh yeah, I don't want to do it that. Oh geez, that one's going to be kind of tough to get the screw in there. I think I can get it right there. Hold it there and drive it in like that. Okay. Now I got all my holes, and I can push those in a little bit. And then I can take a small little screwdriver and tap that. See how small that little screwdriver is? I can just use that like a little drill and kind of twist it in there. Then I can check. See, I didn't hit a stud at all. And I told you I wasn't concerned about hitting a stud, because I went to the store and I prepared myself for this. Okay, now granted, some grab bars come a different mounting method to where you can buy one and it's got some big huge cone shaped plastic anchors that fit on the back side of the wall. But you just stick with me. I'll show you what I'm going to do here, and I'm going to explain my reasons and all that. Now see, you could take a scratch awl and pound it right in there, but if you've got a plumbing pipe close by or an electrical conduit or something like that, maybe it might not be such a good idea, huh? To get that point right on in there. Now see, this one here, let's see, okay, I missed there, but right there, I'm hitting something, and I believe that's the stud, and that's fine. At least I've got one of them hit into the stud. I didn't really need that, but that's fine, because my theory is he's not going to be putting full force on there. He's going to be hanging on to that, kind of sitting down on the toilet. So you do want the holding power coming straight out. But the anchors I got, they're designed, they're drywall anchors, and they're designed to hold 75 pounds. See here, 75 right there. And it's a twisty like that. And it also comes with screws. The screw heads are smaller, and the size is just slightly smaller than the actual screws that came with the grab bar. Here's the screws that came with the grab bar, and they're a little bit fatter. And sometimes if they're too big to fit in here, and then you might just kind of tear this up. I could pre-drill a hole in there a little bit, but these are designed to fit the smaller screws. So I ended up at the store, I went ahead and got some little lock washers, okay? I didn't really need to do that, but I thought, oh well, hey, I can show you different things on what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. And see, here's the screw that came with it. See how much bigger the head is? See, this one's a little bit smaller. It's not as long either. I don't really care about it being as long as this one. This one's designed to go right into the wood stud. So I'm going to use that one where the wood stud is. I'm probably going to pre-drill that hole out too, because these studs in here are 50 years old. And if I hit a knot, or if the stud is really super hard, I might twist the head off of here or strip the head and not be able to get it in there. So I'm going to pre-drill that. And I took this to the store because I wanted to see how big the hole was and make sure that my smaller screw wasn't going to go through there. And see, it'll fit. So I really don't need the lock washers. Now, obviously, if I would have used this hole here, see this one, that's a square hole. And if I put that in, and you know, if I put it in at an angle slightly, see how it comes out? Or if your grab bar loosens up, maybe this comes out. And so then you can take your lock washer, and you don't have to have a lock washer. I call this a lock washer. See it's split right there. Okay, so now you can put the washer on there, and then put that through here. You have a little bit more holding power. I took this to the store too because I wanted to make sure I didn't get a washer that was too big to fit over this edge, because when this trim fits over that, I want it to still fit, don't I? Okay. So there's a tip for you. Anytime you need to do something, maybe take something to the hardware store with you to make sure everything's going to fit just right. You don't want to come back home and find out, oh shoot, I should have done this, I should have done that. Blah de blah de blah. We don't want that. Okay, so back to here. I got those, and now I'm about ready to put these in, but I'm gonna make the hole just slightly bigger, I think. And I'm just taking a Phillips screwdriver, and I can poke that in like that. And see, this has a Phillips screwdriver on there, and you can do this with the drill or not. I mean, basically, you just want the hole big enough to allow this to go in there. And I like to do a little starter hole. I mean, I've seen some guys take just a hard nothing and just poke that right into the wall after they get a little starter hole, you know, just with a scratch awl, and drive this whole thing in. But sometimes these tips break off. So, okay, I got it like that. And now I can just take that and screw it right into the wall. You see how big those threads are? 75-pound holding. That's why I feel comfortable saying this grab bar is going to be plenty strong. Now I'm gonna have viewers saying, "Hey Joe, that's not per code." And yes, you are correct. If you were to get a permit, and if you had an inspector come out, he's going to want to make sure that you have grab bar backing in the wall, that you hit the studs, not only hit one screw, hit all 3 screws. So if you have an existing wall, you'd have to cut the sheetrock out. The wallpaper's going to be all messed up. You're going to have to replace this wallpaper on this wall. Put backing in there, a 2x6 flat up against the wall from this stud over to the next stud. Put that in there and do that on all your stuff. Now that's, new construction and stuff. I could see that you should set everything up. Okay. Now see, this one I didn't make the hole as big. I could drive it in, but I'm going to take my Phillips and I'm just going to use that as a little drill. Okay. I know there's nothing behind there. Now I can take that, wiggle it in there, and put it in. Ooh, look at that. It's already starting to crack. Boy. I was only going to get 6 of these at the store. And I ended up getting a 20 pack. Yep, look at that. I'm breaking it off right now as we speak. You see there? See, I've got that. I see, look. It just came off just like that. And that was just driving it through the sheetrock. I know there's nothing back there. You see that? And could it have been because it was hitting the wallpaper? I don't know. Okay, this is a new one. And that one went right in. Look at that. Now I know there's a stud right there. So now time to put the plastic anchors in over here.